Cinema.
Welcome back to War with Cinema. I'm your host, Greg, your local metalhead, and with me is...
Par the Collector. What's up, everybody?
And I gave you Dredd because I was so surprised you said you have not seen this movie.
Yeah, I'm kind of pissed at myself, man. I owned this movie for like 4 years. It's just been sitting up on a shelf.
But you told me you didn't watch it because you didn't want, there was too much hype around it.
Well, yeah, it was just like, I heard everybody say it was good, but it wasn't good enough to get a sequel. And the studio didn't make any money from what I heard, and like
that's why it didn't get a sequel, is because it didn't make enough money, and that's like the saddest part of this whole story.
And I also like the other one. I like the one with Stallone and Schneider. I do, man. It's a more lighthearted take on it than this one, obviously. But
that came out in '95, and if I saw it as a kid, I was like 9. So if I did see it, I don't remember it at all.
That's when I saw it. I was a kid, and I just thought it was great because my cousin had the fucking Super Nintendo of the movie. He had the Super Nintendo game for the movie, and it was just cool riding around as Sylvester Stallone blasting people and shit.
So I was watching a review of that one. He like goes through the whole movie or whatever. That thing looks dog shit awful, like pulled straight out of the '90s tropes. That Judge Dredd.
Well, I mean, it's not as good when you go back and watch it now, obviously. But
so I haven't seen that one, and I was gonna watch it before this, but I didn't want it to like.
It's kind of confusing because like you have Stallone who's playing it straight. Mm-hmm. You know, he's playing it comic bookish, but he's still playing it straight.
Right.
But then you got, like, they have Rob Schneider in there as just, like, comic relief. So it's kind of confusing. Like, you don't know whether to be like, oh, man, this is intense, or like, holy shit, that's funny.
That's the problem with the 90s is they always had to have that, like, comedy trope, like, in there. Like,
yeah, it was
a really annoying comedy person.
I don't know.
So the budget for this one, Dredd, 2012 is when this came out, $50 million, which, that's a lot of money, but I would have guessed a lot more.
Yeah, they definitely spent some money on graphics and
but it accumulated worldwide $41 million.
Damn, so it's still a loss.
They were in talks about doing this as a trilogy, but it didn't make its money, so they're like, we're not going to put money into something that's not making money.
That's a shame too, because like, I don't know, man. I thought it was a great story. I thought it was a good take on it. I enjoyed the female character, the Ashley Judd in this one.
Right.
Like, I enjoyed her. She had the psychic. They threw that in there. It was a little different. Like, this one I would feel... I never read the comics, but I feel like this one was more close to that.
Yes.
Than the Stallone one was.
This one, I haven't read the Dredd comics. I'm only taking this from people that have read the comics and talked about this movie. Right. But they said it did draw a lot from the source material, so...
And I think that was cool. You know, it was a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
But
the writer, Alex Garland, this guy is like my new favorite person in Hollywood. I, for some reason, didn't realize he wrote this. He did Ex Machina and Annihilation and 28 Days Later. Like, I
like 28 Days Later. I did not like 28 Weeks Later.
No, I don't know. I didn't see that one, But Annihilation and Ex Machina, I adore those films.
I never saw Annihilation, and Ex Machina I always heard sucked ass, so I never watched it.
The fuck? Who said it sucked ass?
A lot of
Bring
people.
them here, and I'll fight them.
A lot of people.
Line them up. I'll fight them one at a time.
It just sounds like a shit movie.
Ex Machina is great. I love that movie. And Annihilation's not a great movie, but I love it. I adore
love
that movie.
Portman. That's why I was like, damn, I should watch that.
It's on your list, so you'll watch it.
Cool.
That with Arrival. Another one you have.
Oh, yeah,
like
that's the one with Lois Lane, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed this one. Like, I know that I was supposed to find it, but like, other than a couple people that I didn't enjoy their characters, like, I thought it was a pretty solid movie. I was kind of pissed that it didn't do well enough to get a sequel.
Yeah, we are lovers of this film are all pissed.
Because that's all I heard about this movie was it had a huge cult following, and I didn't want to be like, man, I don't want to jump on this bandwagon this fucking late in the game.
Right.
But I watched it because, like I said, I bought it for like 50 cents, $1, something like that at the flea market, and just, you said, yeah, bro, it's on your list, just watch it. So I threw it in.
Yeah.
And it was really dope.
You liked it?
Yeah, I definitely don't feel like I overpaid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would have paid good ticket money. You know what I mean? When the theaters were open. Do you remember those days, Greg? It was so long ago.
Theaters, what are those?
Yeah, right.
Isn't that where you drive your car and there's something on a big screen?
Yeah, sometimes you could sit in your car and watch them, or you could go in a building
Oh, wow.
and air conditioning and
You mean
nice
you don't have
reclined
to
seats.
you don't have to sit at your house with shitty
I mean, I feel like both of our theater setups are pretty okay. Like, I don't think either one of us.
I was more comparative, like the average consumer.
Yeah, for sure.
We spend way too much money on movie stuff.
And maybe we are just those few people left that still like going to the movies.
I love going to the movie theaters. Like,
It's the greatest thing ever, man. I've
it really
enjoyed doing
is.
it
And I'm
since I was
so
a child.
sad that they're probably going to die and not come back.
Don't say that, man.
They'll come back.
They have to.
Yeah.
They have to, because like you can't tell me that they're. That's why they ain't releasing shit.
Even if they like die off, there will be a comeback where people are like drive-ins. Drive-ins died off for a while.
Well, it's a cheapish way for you and your wife to go out for an evening.
Is it cheap?
I mean, you know what I mean, but that's part of it. Like,
I do love the experience. Like,
and if you're in a movie club like we are, like, it's not as bad.
Yeah.
Or I don't overpay that bad.
yeah.
But fuck it, if I get away from my kids for a couple hours, and me and my wife just get to go and watch something that we both been wanting to see, and we get to talk about it afterwards, like that's perfect.
It's a good night out. It's a good like date movie. Like,
maybe we go to dinner before or after or whatever.
right.
Yeah.
I never understood. Like, I didn't realize this until I started dating my wife. But like, when you first start dating somebody, you think of things to do to like hang out with that person. Going to the movies is the weirdest one because you can't talk. You're just sitting there with this person that you don't really know.
But I feel like that's how you get to know a person better, because you know, it's those awkward silences. Like, you know what I mean? There shouldn't be those. Like, and I don't know. Being with somebody in a movie, it can be, you know, it could be nice. You know? Like, when I was younger, that was the only reason I went to the movies.
Well, that's because we didn't have a lot to do because we were limited to our resources. But yeah, movies was kind of like the go-to. But now it's kind of like a staple.
Yeah.
But all that being said, this is what I want from a popcorn blockbuster movie.
Yeah.
Like, this is not a super complex story.
No, and they didn't pull anything back. Like, when you said the budget was $50 million, like, that made sense to me, because like they blew their load all over this movie.
Yeah, they used every cent wisely.
I was just about to tell you earlier, like, I think that was probably the coolest part of it, when they showed them hitting that fucking slow-mo.
Yes.
Like, that is the coolest, like, on-screen drug, like, you know, like watching somebody high on something.
Because this came out in 2012. This is around the time that movies, like, ever since fucking Matrix came out, that slow-mo has been in movies, and it doesn't, and Zack Snyder has a problem with this. Like, I love Zack Snyder, but he can overuse slow-mo. Go watch 300.
Oh,
Half of
I love
that's in
300.
slow-mo.
I fucking love 300.
No, I love it.
Watch your mouth.
But there are directors that overuse
Yeah,
slow-mo,
I get
and
what
it's
you're
like,
saying.
why are you putting this in? Like, I get it kind of like enhances the visual, but it doesn't do anything for the story. But this one was smart, is they worked that slow-mo into the story.
Yeah.
And it was so brilliant. And they even changed like the effects of the slow-mo, like what it looks like to them.
The first bust when they come in the building, when he's like, "Oh, the drug dealing on that level will be done right here." So they go and he blows the damn door up, and you just see the slow motion. And the coolest shit about it is the fucking techno music that they're listening to.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that.
Is right there with it. Like,
the soundtrack on this movie is fucking amazing. This is probably like the 4th or 5th time I've seen this movie.
This movie made me wish that I, like, back in my days when I did do hard drugs, like, that shit went hard. Like, that's the only thing you would use the soundtrack for.
Yeah.
Is if you're at a fucking rave or something like that. Like,
Yeah, this soundtrack is badass as hell. I love it so much.
yeah, but it was just
On point.
And then, like, watching the fucking bullets go out in and out of the motherfuckers' faces and their stomachs and shit. It was cool as shit.
Exactly.
It was great.
It's a very brutal movie.
It was cool. And like you said, most superhero comic book related movies, like, they always get stuck with that PG-13.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say this, man, like, you might lose a little bit of the kids with the R rating, but you will always keep the adults.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's nothing cooler than watching that. Like,
Right.
I'm sorry. I watch The Boys on fucking Amazon Prime, and watching that Homelander dude, like, he's supposed to be like their Superman, but
Right,
like
right.
watching him laser beam fucking people is the coolest shit ever. And I just keep thinking to myself, like, how dope would it be to watch Superman do that? Like,
Yes. That's what we want from our superhero movies, is just to go all out. Like,
I mean, for
Logan,
real, bro. Logan is like, I love the X-Men. You know what I mean? I
Right.
take them for what they are. I love the X-Men. I love the newer ones, the Days of Futures Past and on. I like those. First Class was cool. I loved Days of Futures Past, and I didn't mind whatchamacallit,
Dark Phoenix.
No, I never saw Dark Phoenix.
Neither did I, because I've heard
I
such
heard
shit
it was
reviews.
so terrible, but like, the one before that is the one I was trying to talk about.
Oh.
I own it. I don't know why I can't think of the name of it right now. I don't know, but anyways, like, I like those movies, but Logan is so much better just because you finally get to see fucking Wolverine do what you wanted to see him do.
Exactly.
Fucking put claws to people's faces and shit, and
Yep.
like.
And we all have Deadpool to thank for that, because
Yeah,
Deadpool coming out
really busted through that door, man. Like,
and I'm so glad he did that too, because now this one is a little premature. It came out in 2012. I feel like if this one would have waited like 5 more years, it would have blown up and got all its money.
oh, for sure, dude. It probably would have made a shit ton of money.
It would have. If this would have came out like a year after Deadpool.
Well, 2012, that was in the recession, bro. So
it was in the recession.
Nobody was going out and spending money on movies.
And it's when comic books weren't like that big yet. Like, they were getting there. They were on the up.
You had the Avengers,
right?
That's about it. And the Dark Knight trilogy, like those were comic book movies at that point, at that time.
Exactly. So, but nobody
People
really
weren't phoning it in.
Right, but no one really knows about Dredd comics, if I'm being honest. That's kind of like an unknown
and
comic.
then that probably didn't help either, that when you hear Dredd, all you think about is the Stallone version.
Yep.
Because you either love or hate that shit.
I heard, that's what I heard a lot of people, is like they thought this was like a sequel to that. So they didn't bother with it because they hated the Stallone version so much.
Yeah, because it kind of doesn't feel like you can use this as a prequel or a second one, because he's younger, obviously, a younger Dredd, but it takes place in a barren wasteland, which in the second one, it's just like a futuristic city.
Yeah, it's kind of like...
Well, there's still a barren wasteland outside of it, I guess.
Right. But it's kind of like they they ate.
Let's put it this way. The city in that didn't look as shitty as the one in this one. This one looked like pure, like, dystopian hopelessness. Like,
it did, and
kids were living in shit. Like, it was terrible.
And that's why they were. I was listening to this one guy talk about how the time of that era kind of led to that drug, because it's like, if you see the drug whenever you're taking it, slows everything down, makes everything pretty. It's like escapism.
Yeah.
Like, even Momo,
Gets you away from her shitty life.
Exactly.
Just for a minute.
And that's why you see Momo using it, because she's trying to escape the shittiness of it, because she realizes how bad it is.
Oh, and that's what I was saying. On the DVD that I have, it has a little comic prequel, and it shows her getting hooked on it. And she was actually fucking the guy that created the drug in a lab, and he was like, "We're gonna help so many people," and da 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 da. And her pimp fucking kills the scientist, and she kills the fucking pimp and takes the recipe, and that's how she gets the drug going.
Can we talk about how much of a fucking badass she is in this fucking movie?
Dude, she reminds me of Keira Knightley, but like a better actress. Like,
she's fucking amazing.
She's great. And she was still hot somehow, even with that fucked up scar on her face.
Yeah, but we grew up in Central Florida, so we're just used to that meth head look.
Yeah, it was kind of harsh. It was kind of harsh. Yeah, it's brutal. But
if you ever wonder what Central Florida...
Can I just say how much, like, one of the only things I was pissed about in this movie is I kind of feel like they misused Wood Harris. Like, Wood Harris is a much better actor than he was used in this movie. Like,
which one was he?
Wood Harris is he's in Remember the Titans, and
who was he in this movie? I don't know that guy's name.
Shit, what was his name? He was the one that they have handcuffed the whole time.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's been in a shit ton of stuff. He played in The Wire. I loved him in that. Avon Barksdale in The Wire.
Yeah, but I don't feel like they wanted to make him the main villain. They wanted to keep Momo the like central villain. And if they played him up too much, it would have watered down Momo. So I kind of get it. But I get what
but
you're
they're
saying.
with him through half the fucking movie.
Right.
So I just felt like he's got to be a little bit more crucial to this.
But
like, and she locked down this entire building
Mm-hmm.
because he's like a fucking mid-level lieutenant, and she's worried he's gonna snitch.
He's close quarters with her.
I mean, he's in the top like 20, as I would say, but
Right.
like that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like, it just seemed like you shut this whole thing down, and this is all I got out of this character. Like, he wasn't as interesting as I know he could
I
have been.
do like the mind game between him and the
That
girl.
was cool. That was a cool part. But
ass part.
that's what I'm saying. I guess I wanted more of that.
Yeah.
Like,
I get it, but
the first 20 minutes he's with them, he won't say a fucking thing. Like,
right. But I get why they didn't do that, but I get what you're saying too.
like when she locked down the building, like it would have been much better if he would have been cocky as fuck. Like, oh, she got y'all motherfuckers now. Like, she gonna get me free. Y'all are fucked up. Y'all should just let me go. Like, that would have been so much better.
Yeah,
Like,
I guess I needed you in the writing room to like.
I don't
beef
know,
up
but
his
like I
character a
said, that
little
was one of the only few complaints I had about this movie.
Do you have any other complaints?
Um,
This is one of those movies. It's hard for me to find a complaint because I love this movie so fucking much. Like, that's why I was excited when you said you didn't see it because.
oh no, it was great, man. Like I said, I thought it was a brand new take on it, and it was exciting. And Carl Urban played a fucking awesome Dredd, man.
Can we talk about
He
Carl
killed
Urban?
it, dude.
He refused to take off his helmet.
He killed it, man.
Like, he said, I will not take off my helmet because he wants to, like, stay true to the source material. So I thought that was pretty cool. He
Yeah.
insisted on riding that bike himself, too. Like, I love actors that take a stand for creative
Mhm.
purposes.
Yeah, he killed it, dude.
He
Like-
did. Those facial expressions with the mouth, I love it so fucking much.
His one-liners, like,
Yes.
fuck, dude. He just killed the whole movie. Like, he made that movie. Like, I'm pissed that I don't get to see him do this again.
No.
Like
There is talks of them doing a series
a cartoon.
with him. No.
I heard they were doing like an animated thing or something.
Oh, well, I heard they're going to be doing like a live action series and Carl Urban is leading it.
Oh, that would be dope.
So I don't know if it's ever going to happen, but it is in talks.
He's
so.
already doing The Boys on
Yeah.
Amazon. So, I mean, he's already in the building. So maybe that's a good thing.
I hope they do because I want to see him again.
I think, I honestly, I think like you. I think it was just before its time. I think if you do a sequel now,
It would blow the fuck up.
yeah, with as much people that love the first one, like once things get back to normal and people can go outside again, like
Mm-hmm.
you do that shit a year after that. Yes, I think you could definitely do that.
Absolutely.
You could definitely pump that back up.
I would love. They have to bring like the writer back and
Yeah,
the.
the director, that guy, I'd never heard of him, but he
Mhm.
did a great job.
He did do a good job.
You know, another thing that I think might have fucked this movie up a little bit is
So-
they released it in 3D during that 3D craze.
Yeah.
And that took, like, it takes a little bit away from it now, but like it played well into it at that time for me
Mhm.
because, like I said, it was the first time I had ever seen it. And the slow-mo, like, it just made it look so cool. And I bet on the 3D screen it would have looked fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, this is one of those movies that utilizes the craze properly,
Yeah.
but everyone's so sick of the craze by then that they don't want to see somebody do it.
Well, we don't
Yeah.
see it as much now, so like
Right.
it was a nice little change of pace going back to it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I got no complaints, man, other than a little bit. But I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I really did. I didn't find anything bad to say about it. Old girl, I forget her name, and it kills me because I've seen her in other stuff.
Yeah,
But
she's pretty.
she was great in this movie. She played a strong female lead, and I think she pulled it off. What's her name?
Oh, well, I want to say Olivia, Thirlby. Thurbley?
Terribly. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
She did amazing.
She did do a good job.
Yeah, she was great.
I still
Yeah.
love Lena Headey, though, in this movie. Because she was in Game of Thrones. She was a big character in Game of Thrones. I know you've seen the supercuts, so you've seen her around. But she played Cersei in Game of Thrones, and she did an amazing job. And that's where I really, really fell in love with her as an actress.
Oh, Carl Urban, and her, they had great chemistry.
They did
I
have
would
great-
love to see them two play this again.
Yes.
Like do another one.
Mm-hmm.
There's enough rich people out there that can make this happen.
There
Somehow you hear this, like
We
Hook some
usually
fans up. You gave us the Snyder cut. This could happen.
this could
This could
happen.
happen,
I mean,
you
we
know?
got to start a petition. Dredd 2. Let's bring it.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'll definitely be the first one on that bitch to sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we usually talk about the plots. We haven't really even talked about the plot of this
Yeah,
movie.
'cause
We've
that's-
just kind of been like jizzing all over it. But the reason I gave it to you is because you gave me New Jack City, and it's
Yeah.
kind of the same,
Yeah. Definitely. Obviously different. This is like the Mad Max version of New Jack City.
Right.
For sure. But yeah. Basically it's the same setup as the other one, Dredd. The world is fucked, and all it is these cities. This one is in the northeastern part of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
They're called mega blocks, and like 1 million people live in them, and they're just these big, armored like housing projects, really.
Yeah, but they can hold like 70,000 people in them.
75,000 people were at the one they were at. And it's called Peach Trees, and each one has a gang boss that runs it.
Right.
And this one, the lady was ruthless because she started off as a prostitute, and she got access to this drug, and she learned that she could make more money selling it than on her back. And she's had enough terrible shit happen to her life, and she uses the drug, so she starts murdering the fuck out of people that are running shit.
Well, she takes over this whole...
She takes over the top floor, which is where the former boss was.
Right.
And then she worked her way down.
Killing gang after gang until
floor
she controlled
after
the
floor,
whole thing.
getting more people, like whoever she didn't kill joined her. And now she runs that entire housing project.
Yep.
And when Dredd comes in, what do they go there for? Oh, yeah, they tossed 3 people over the fucking balcony.
Skinned them, skinned them,
yeah, did all this crazy shit to them, tortured them.
Yeah.
Because they were caught stealing money or trying to take over somebody's turf or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And they get called out there because it's Dredd and the rookie and
Anderson,
yeah, she kills it. But I forget the lady's name that is, I guess she's the commanding officer. She's got Dredd in the interrogation room, and she's like, she failed, but she's got a gift.
She only failed by 3 points, so it's marginal. And Dredd's,
and of course, Dredd's like
he's
the tight ass. That still sounds like a fail to me. Dude, I did not even think about this until just now, but like Carl Urban could play fucking Batman, dog.
Oh my god.
He would make a badass.
Could you
Batman.
imagine if they did like
He's got the chin for it, dude.
a super dark, gritty Batman movie? Like more gritty than Christopher Nolan's. Like got
Honestly,
that shit dark.
I wish they would have picked him other than fucking Twilight. Like that would have been badass. Like I'll see Carl Urban. He's still young enough to pull off like a 30s Batman,
I would love to see him as Batman, especially with that voice. He has the Batman voice.
Dude, like, that's what I just realized. That's probably why I like this movie so fucking much, bro, because I love Batman. Like, yeah, like, that makes a lot of sense. But anyways, so they get called out there because he gives the rookie, he's giving her an assessment. She said, give her 1 day in the field. If she doesn't hack it, you're the best we got, Dredd. We'll take your word for it. She's out of the academy or whatever.
Right.
Off the force. The judge force. Anyways. But
Judge, jury, and executioners.
oh dude, they really hammer that home too.
Yeah.
But that's great. Anyways, they go out there and they see the pancakes of bodies that were people, and then dude, they feed them the drug before they throw them over.
Yeah.
Which has gotta be the worst way to die.
Exactly, because they say when you fall to your death, it's not so bad because it ends so quickly. But when you have this slow-mo that slows everything down to 1%.
1% of a second. Like, holy shit balls.
Yeah, so you feel every millisecond of it.
Like, I knew they didn't do it because of the time in the movie, but just when they did the beginning of it, when they're just going over, and the first probably 2 floors. Whew. Can you imagine, dude? You'd have 16 heart attacks before you hit the ground. Like, you would have shit and pissed yourself dry.
Yeah.
Like,
you're like, I'm still up here.
Just sounds like one of the worst possible ways to die.
Yeah,
anyways.
definitely.
Great way to open a movie, by the way. Like, holy fuck. And it shows you the ruthlessness of the antagonist right off the bat.
Yep.
Lets you know this chick is not fucking around. The scar's not for show. She's a bad bitch.
Yep.
Like, and she's got all these fucking gangster motherfuckers working for her. And like you said, the first bust I talked about a little bit earlier, They show it in slow motion because everybody in there is like, half the people in there are like high on it, except for Wood Harris's character. I don't remember why I can't remember his name in the movie, but he.
I don't think they really say it much. That's why.
It's his drug den. Like, he's the one selling.
Yeah.
He's the dealer on that floor, and that's why I said, like, he wasn't that important, bro.
K.
Yeah.
His name's K.
And he wasn't that important, bro.
Yeah,
There's
he
200
wasn't.
floors, and he's on 39.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
He was just a driver for the story. That's all.
Yeah. And that's why I said I feel like they misused Wood Harris, because he can't act, man.
Oh, no, I believe it. He did a great job in this movie. With
a little bit he had. You know, he did his best. But, anyways, they bust that open, and they get him, and they were taking him to court. And they killed 4 people. They killed 4 of the guys with guns, and they were getting ready to take him in for questioning, because they're like, why don't you just, because she's got a psychic ability, of course, which actually comes in handy quite a bit in this fucking movie. It saves their lives a couple times. But she's like, he's the one that threw these people off the balcony.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, are you sure? She's like, 99%. He's like, well, 99% can't convict.
Yep.
So they taking him in, and of course she locks down the fucking building, because she's got the guy that talks to the government through the phones and shit. He's I guess like the building operator.
I guess every building has their own like security person, whatever, and she controls this guy. She fucking like
she
takes his eyeballs out
and puts like these computer like, you know, eyes in there, so he can, I guess, like, doesn't have to sleep or blink. He can just watch these screens 24 hours a day.
He was a great actor too in this movie.
Yeah, he killed that.
Little bit of time he had, he fucking played that perfect.
He played that hopelessness very well. Very well.
He actually locked him away.
She lets him go, and Judge is like, I think he's got about 17 felonies right now. She's like, he's a victim. He's not a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I don't give a shit if I pass your assessment. I know I'm not made.
No. She's like, I already failed. I lost my gun, so it doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah. But yeah, she would have been amazing in the second movie, because it's like, you know, they would have gave her like a better control over that shit.
Mm-hmm.
She could do more. Like, that would have been cool.
I did love, like, there's things that I like every time. This is one of those movies, every time you watch it, you notice something new. Yeah. Is like, in the beginning, he's like, you ready? She's like nervous, shaking. She's like, yeah. And he's like, you don't seem ready. And at the end of the movie, after all the shit goes down, he's like, ready? She's like, I'm ready. He's like, you look ready. Like, you can tell ready. she's grown as a character.
Yes.
Just from this little time. And just like little stuff like that I fucking love and appreciate.
But Carl Urban, man, like, I can't praise him enough in this movie, man. Like, he carried this fucking thing.
He did. I mean, everybody
did their job.
I'm saying, though, everyone pulled their weight.
He made this movie great. Like,
he did. But
he definitely killed the lead.
This is the time where everyone's just putting on their A game, and it all comes together, makes a great movie. Well, because if the director would have been off, it would have been like, it was a good movie, but the direction was kind of weird. It's like, well, if the directing was good and the actors were off, it's like, well, it was a great directed movie, but these actors kind of sucked. But everyone just came together and did like everything.
Yeah, like I said, I only had a few minuscule complaints.
Yeah.
But thought it was pretty well written. Mm-hmm. And like I said, very well acted and very well directed.
Right.
And they used the money where it should have went to.
Exactly. They used their money.
Like, they could have went and spent $20 million to put Carl Urban on a fucking hover car on a green screen with, like, you know, but they just let him ride a fucking motorcycle with some shit on it. Like, and it looked good.
Those are actually specially made motorcycles for this movie. They're functional.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, because he's riding the shit out of it.
He insisted, too.
He, like I said, he killed it. But, anyways, they worked their way up the
yeah, it's like a video game. Like, you...
Level by level.
Level by level, just battling your way to the boss.
Well, and what was I really thought was a great scene. There's a part where they try to get into the medical center so they can call for help, because, of course, when the building's shut down, they can't use their comms. They can't reach the outside world. All the signals are cut out, except for the buildings. So they're trying to get in the medical center to use their phone. And the guy in the medical center is like, I can't let you in here. They'll kill me, too. He goes, well, they're gonna get in here and kill you regardless. You got drugs, you got all kinds of stuff in there that they want. He's like, during the war thing, he's like, nobody comes in, nobody comes out. These doors will hold.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, I'm not helping you. Like, and it's just this fucking shitty realization. But before that, they kill like 12 guys that are standing outside of it because they know, hey, he's gonna go for help, so he's gonna go to the medical center.
Right.
So she sends a big old gang of guys down there, and of course, Dredd fucking mops them all up real quick. But before, she kills a couple of them, but there's one left, and he's like hit in the neck, and he's like begging for his life. And Dredd's like, he's guilty.
He tried to kill a Dredd.
He
tried to kill a judge.
Execute him.
Yeah.
She hesitates because she's got this ability, so she can like see him begging for mercy, like in his mind or whatever, and she shoots him.
Yep.
Well, a little bit later on in the movie, they're trying to get away because there's a bunch of guys coming after him. They have to dip into this little apartment. She uses her ability to see the woman's thoughts in the apartment, and she's like, "Rita, let us in," and she lets him in. Well, it's the wife and mother of the kid that's there. Like, it's the guy that she shot.
Right.
I just thought that was a really crazy scene. I was like, man, that's good writing right there.
Exactly.
To tie that back in.
Yep.
Because everything was brought to move the plot forward in a different way. And I really thoroughly enjoyed this movie, man.
Yeah, it's really great writing. And I love how this movie is just straight contrast. Like, Dredd never takes off his helmet. She can't.
She doesn't have a helmet.
She doesn't have a helmet. She never puts one on because of her psychic ability. And like Dredd is the judge, jury, and executioner. Well, Mama is too, but on the flip side, like she's the bad one, even though they're doing the same thing.
And this chick, she with her ability, she has the, because everybody knows that, like, I don't know. Sometimes people do bad things, but sometimes people do bad things for a decent reason.
Right.
You know, it's still wrong. It's still against the law, but you know. What I mean?
It's like Aladdin. Like, you shouldn't steal. But if you're stealing bread to feed the hungry, then there's a gray area.
Right. If you're feeding the poor, whatever. I'm not what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Like, but with Dredd, there is no gray area. It's black and white.
But she is that gray area for him.
That gray area for him.
When she lets the guy go, like you were saying earlier, he's a victim, not a criminal. He kind of lets it happen because it's starting to change him. Like, he's starting to see that gray area because of her.
Well, because this chick has survived hell with him.
Right.
Because he's never, as much shit as he's seen, he's never been through this. So, you know, the fact that she stayed alive, even when she got separated from him, like, he thought she was done. So for her to survive all that and to still meet him at the end, and they reload after they kill those other judges, which, by the way, I called that shit. Like,
what's that?
When they're like, what do we do? How are we going to stop this guy? She's like, call 911. And the other judges show up. I was like, fuck, they're going to murder this guy. Will you testify to that? Sure will, sir. Boom! Domed his ass. I was like, oh, man, now we got crooked judges.
Yep.
Damn. Which makes sense because, like, they're the only good guys in this fucking entire dystopian wasteland.
Right.
Doubt the pay's great. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, putting your life, because he was talking about, like, every time a rookie goes out into the real world,
it's like
one in five. Yeah.
They die their first day.
There's some great odds.
It's terrible.
So, yeah. So they're kind of like taking side money to.
But these guys are the best of the best, and this fucking Dredd with like damn near no ammo just fucking mops their ass.
My favorite scene of this whole fucking movie is when he actually does shoot him through the wall. Yeah. And he's like, you got any last words? He's like, wait. And then he starts like mocking him like, the
mighty Dredd saying wait for a few more seconds of his miserable life because he's afraid of what's
I expected so much more of you. You're just sitting there with that
Why'd you
grimacing.
Say wait? He fucking like, and he's just mocking him, and he's like, so she could shoot you.
Yeah, I love that part of this fucking movie. I love his grimacing look. Like, that face is so perfect for this character.
That's what I said, man. This guy could definitely be Batman.
Yeah.
For sure.
And his teeth, like, there was one time when they did like a close-up of his teeth, and they're just like jagged and everything, and it just fucking works. I love it. It's just like small details. Like, if he had perfectly straight teeth, it would kind of
Well, if we learned anything from this episode today, man, we might have just started a Dredd fan club. Like, Like, for sure.
It makes me so happy you loved this movie because I was kind of scared. I'm like, if he hates it, it's gonna kind of like break my heart a little.
Yeah, this is definitely like harsh times, man. This was one time where I was just like, man, I like this fucking movie.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say else to say about it.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking like it. Like, and now it'll be in rotation. I'll watch that bitch like every once in a while. Like,
Hell yeah. It's one of those like, I'm in
on.
the mood for like a dumb, gritty, brutal action movie. And it's like, let's put on Dredd.
I know, like I said, if it wasn't so late when I finished watching this one, I was going to watch the 95 one just so I could have it to reference today. But I'm kind of glad I didn't because there's nothing I could have added to it that would have made this
That's
better.
what I was thinking too, is I was going to watch the 95 one this morning. And I'm like, is this going to add to the review of Dredd? And I don't think it would have.
No, because now I'm thinking back in the other one and the bad guy. It was more or less like the clone of Dredd in that one.
It was his brother.
Yeah, it was Armada Sante, who's a great actor, but in this movie was a little off in how they wrote it, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I don't know. They had that whole thing going, and it was just like how the judges were corrupted, because that's the whole thing. Dredd kills somebody with his gun, and, you know, nobody can use a judge's gun but a judge, so he gets sent off into the wasteland. Well, he gets his way back in after his plane gets blown up and all this and that.
Yeah.
But the dude, Amada Sante's character, I think it's Rico. Rico in the movie has this fucking death bot that he finds at a pawn shop before he murders the dude. It was just like, I thought they were all destroyed. He's like, well, this one doesn't work. He's like...
He said you can have them as collectibles, but as long as they're non-functioning.
He just fucking knows how to fix it right there on the spot. And then that's his bodyguard for the whole fucking movie, is this gigantic robot.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, that one wasn't taken near as serious as this one. But I thoroughly enjoyed this one.
Good, I'm glad.
And I like the other one. I don't think it takes anything away from it. It's just two different ways of telling the story.
I probably won't watch. Like, I seen the synopsis and clips from that one. I probably won't watch it because as much as I love Sylvester Stallone, I think that's one of his flops.
Oh no, the one where him and his mother saved the day, where he's a cop. My mom said freeze or some shit like that.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I usually just stick to Rambo and, you know, those.
Yeah, fuck with Rambo.
Oh, Demolition Man.
You don't fuck with Rocky, man?
You know, if I have to be completely honest,
I love Rocky.
I love Rocky, and
I love all 8 of them, dude.
I've seen some of them, but they've never stuck with me. But I do love
Mr. T, bro.
But I do love Creed.
Creed's good.
I liked Creed a lot.
I like both Creeds.
I still haven't seen the second one, but I really, really, really enjoyed the first one a lot.
I might put that on the list for you. Just
Creed 2?
Creed, yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Because I'd like to watch it again, too.
Oh, you watched Southpaw, though, haven't you?
I fucking love Southpaw, bro.
I was trying to think of, like, boxing movies that you haven't seen that I have.
Oh, I've seen almost all the boxing movies. I
Actually,
love a good boxing movie.
It's not a boxing movie, but it's a parkour movie. District B13. Have you seen this?
No.
Go on your list. We're going to watch that when you give me Creed 2.
A parkour movie, bro?
Yes. These two guys, this came out whenever parkour was like at its hype.
Yeah.
And these two best friends, it came out, it's a French movie.
I think I've heard about it, dude.
It's a good movie. I like it a lot.
Dude.
Yeah.
All right, fuck it.
So.
Put it in the death box, bro.
No, it's not a death box. I like this movie. I have a present for the death box that's on its way.
Is it, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Hatchet 2.
Oh.
I can't wait for you to pull that out.
The fucking the first one was bad enough, bro. It was definitely, it was funny.
Yeah.
It was a good laugh.
Like, I'll sit through a second and third one. I don't give a fuck.
How many of those did they make?
4.
Oh, shit.
Yep, there's plenty of other movies for you to take out of there, so.
Well, what do we got? What do I give you next week?
That submarine movie?
Oh yeah, Down Periscope, dude.
Down Periscope.
Yeah, I hope you like it.
Yeah.
It's a funny, silly, funny movie, man. Like, it's got a great supporting cast. What's his name? Rob Schneider's in it, and
Of course.
Harlan Williams is in it, and Dwayne, what's his name? I forget his name, but
This is one of those movies that, because when I was a kid, going to the movie store, the video store to like rent movies, this is one of those movies I've seen the cover of it a million times, but.
And Kelsey Grammer, like I was telling you earlier, man, this is like one of the first movies I saw that Kelsey Grammer could play anything other than fucking Frasier.
Did you like Frasier?
I did like Frasier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I loved Frasier.
I did like
Such
Frasier.
a good movie.
My mom
show,
watched
rather.
Frasier. Yeah, she always had us watching Frasier.
You know, not too long ago, Kendra was doing a rewatch of Frasier. I'm like, this is a weird one to rewatch, but I'm glad you're doing it.
My sister loves Frasier. She watches them all the time.
Really?
Yeah, she loves Frasier.
I'm glad. That's a good show. Doesn't get talked about enough. People always talk about Friends. Like, Friends is so.
She loves Friends too.
I mean, Friends is like good. I watched it when I was a kid, but it's not something I want to go back and rewatch.
My wife loves Friends.
Yeah.
She watches Friends when she gets ready for work. Like every day she knocks out about 2 episodes before she goes to work.
I think Jennifer Aniston put me into.
She's so hot back then. And Courtney Cox.
Yeah.
The only one I didn't like was Lisa Kudrow.
Well, we talked about this on one of our episodes when I was re-listening to it. We were talking about no one finds Lisa Kudrow attractive.
Nobody, dude. Nobody.
So what do you
Nobody
grade?
wants to fuck a Phoebe, bro. Like,
There's somebody out there.
that's probably the thing. Yeah, that show was so big that, like, there's definitely Phoebe fans out there. It's just not me.
Yeah.
Just not me. And I don't like David Schwimmer either.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a big Ross fan. Everybody loves Ross. I don't love Ross.
I mean, he wasn't my favorite, but I didn't mind him.
I like Chandler and I like Joey because they were funny together.
Yeah.
Like, they were a little tandem.
I don't know. I like Joey because I guess I related to him.
Good, because you were Italian and crushed pussy.
Yep.
You were an actor on a soap opera.
You were
sorry.
Italian. It's going on the shirt. Why? Because you were Italian and crushed pussy.
I forgot your family migrated over here from Sicily in the 30s.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's great. That should be on a shirt.
I'm Italian and I crush pussy.
Oh, bro, that shirt would sell huge in New York, man. Huge.
It would.
Oh, man, that was too funny. I ain't cut shit.
I'm still in the works.
Yeah, we got to do
I'm going to get some shirts printed. It's going to happen eventually.
Yeah.
We'll start giving.
We're going to get a shirt press, man, before it's all said and done with.
Yeah.
Because I'd be thinking of dumb shit that should go on shirts all the time. It's great.
Endless.
I'll collect your mom, the collector.
Yeah.
Something. Just, yeah. I collect everything, even your mom.
That would be a good collector shirt.
But yeah, next week's down Periscope, man.
What did you grade Dredd? You didn't grade it.
Oh, yeah, bro. I'm going to give Dredd, I'm going to give it a solid 8, bro.
Solid 8.
Solid 8. Yeah. Because it wasn't like, as far as action movies, it was good, you know, but it wasn't like, I don't know. It wasn't up there with like Avengers and shit. So, like, yeah, I'll give it an 8.
This is a own it on Blu-ray because I own it on Blu-ray, but I don't know where it's at, and it's making me very like curious.
I couldn't remember if I had this on Blu-ray or not, but I forgot I have the new RoboCop on Blu-ray.
Oh yeah,
Haven't seen it either.
I haven't seen that either. Maybe
they
we
said
should...
Michael Keaton did a good job in it.
I mean, I've had some friends that told me they liked it, so
they didn't like the whole black painted suit and shit. Like,
I'm edgy, so I like that crap.
But yeah, I would.
You paint anything black, and I'll like it.
Yeah, man, because like all you own is black shirts and everything else black.
Every week I've been buying like because we're in this pandemic, and I really want to support like artists, like bands that I like. So every week I've been buying a new shirt. Today I'm wearing Sun.
Sun Life Metal.
Life Metal, the name of their album.
Oh, so that's just the name of the band, Sun.
Sun. Yep.
Never heard of them.
Drone metal.
Drone metal. One of the many subgenres of metal. You should go check that out on Collector's Edition.
Yep.
It's our other channel.
Working on getting more people on it.
Yeah, man. Y'all see these? Yeah, leave in the comments if you wanna show your collection off. We've been more than willing to come by your house at your convenience.
We have people lined up. We just have to talk to them.
Yeah, they say they are.
Yeah. I didn't realize how hard it is to like line people up for those shows than it would be. I thought it'd be like, hey, you want to do it? But
yeah, not everybody has all their favorite shit together and cleaned or whatever.
yeah, I guess you're right.
It took me a little minute to get my house the way I wanted it before I showed anything.
True.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8.
8? That's fair. I'll take that.
What do you give it?
I give it a own it on Blu-ray.
Own it on Blu-ray.
Own it on Blu-ray and 4K if you're into that.
Yeah, I got one thing in 4K.
I don't have anything in 4K because I don't own a 4K player, but
I don't either. Well, wait, does PlayStation play it in 4K?
not the PS4. I don't know if the PS5 will.
I would imagine.
Maybe.
Gotcha.
If they want to keep the price down, they won't, though, because that thing's already stupid expensive.
Maybe. PS5, dude. Psh. I don't even know if I'm going to sell a kidney for one of those or what.
We were talking about that, too, because we own 2 PlayStations because wife and I play games. I have one in the living room and then one in her little reading room. So, and we were like, are we going to get 2 PS5s? Because that's a chunk of change. So she's like, we're going to wait a year, let them get all the kinks out, and then we'll buy it. So
that's what I was thinking, man. I'll keep it like this. I'll play PlayStation 4 until they kick me off the fucking server.
Right.
Like once I can't play shit online anymore, then I'll be done with the 4.
Yeah.
I'll let my son have it.
Add it to your little collection.
Yeah, I was going to say, or I'll move it into the other room with the other ones.
Broken Dreamcast.
It's not broken. It works.
It drives me crazy that it's like taken apart, though.
Just doesn't, yeah, like you can either have it together and make it look pretty and not work, or you can have it taken apart and have it work. Which would you rather have, man? And if you want to play Crazy Taxi, which one would you rather have, man?
I love that you said that you're like Dreamcast fans would understand.
No, definitely. Yeah, if you have a Dreamcast, that's how it looks.
And if you use it.
If it works, yeah. Like, if you just have it there looking pretty, which I have a backup one. It's just
for looks.
It's just chilling.
I've never played the Dreamcast, ever.
Oh, my God, bro. You're missing out. I only have one game for it right now.
Crazy Taxi?
Crazy Taxi. But it's a great game to have.
I own a 64, and I own like 4 games, but the only 2 that matter is Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie.
Yeah, you should give those to me.
Nope.
Because I don't have them.
Those are the only ones that I like. Well, it's not the only ones, but those are my favorite games. Like
what are the other 2 games you have?
Pokemon Snap.
I love that game. I just bought that like probably 6 months ago.
And the Link.
Link? Which one? Ocarina of Time? Or
yes, that one.
Because there's two Zelda titles on 64. They both go hard.
Yeah, that's what I was looking up, like best 64 games, and I was trying to look for.
Too.
I was trying to look for something I hadn't played before, and I'd never played the Link one.
Dude, Silver Moon the other week, he sold a copy of Banjo-Kazooie. Not to me, because I got there late, but he said, yeah, man, I sold that one and the sequel. I was like, you fucker, I would have loved those. He's like, yeah, I got 45 apiece for him.
What the fuck?
I was like, oh, never mind. Make your money, bro, because I would have never have given you that much money.
I would have lowballed the fuck out of you.
I would have offered you like 5, like at best. Maybe 10. Like, shit. Yeah, I just don't, yeah. And it sucks too, man, because like, I just wish I could get a time machine and go back to 2002 and go buy every fucking Nintendo 64 game at Blockbuster
A few times over.
Before they fucking, or just didn't take them back. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Charge me this $200 in 1998. I don't give a shit. Like, but, and kept them all, man, because the Blockbuster exclusives, those fucking cartridges get in the thousands, bro.
Do they really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Because the only people that made them were Blockbuster. So there's only like hundreds of copies instead of most 64 games where there was thousands.
Yeah.
There's only hundreds of these. And then, through the years, now there's probably only 100. You never know.
Yeah.
Just depends on like who has what hidden and put away, and somebody's uncle died and had a whole closet full of shit. That's the crazy thing about it. Like, you don't know if there's only one more of them or 100 more of them. But like,
I didn't know that.
64 is one of those systems that like it's held its value over time.
It has, and it pisses me off because that's one of the game systems that I loved the most, that I grew up on.
Because that's the
Right.
bulk of our childhood.
Well,
right
I
there.
had the NES and then the Super Nintendo, but for some reason the 64 is where like
'Cause
I
that's
really
when
loved
at that
those
age
games.
when you were getting into that shit real hardcore.
Yeah.
The NES and the Super Nintendo, I was kind of late to. Like my older cousins had them, and I played them with them because that's what they had. Like when I first played Mario Kart on Super Nintendo, I thought that was the greatest thing ever. Like,
Right.
You drove over the coin things, and you know that's how you picture things before you ran through the little question marks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But 64 is definitely certain games, not all of them. Like I bought some of them for like $1 and shit. Like some of them, they're not a big deal, but there are probably 10 of them.
I know, because I wanted to buy the original Mario Party, but
That's
it's
money.
so
Big
fucking
money.
expensive that I can't, because I want to play it with the wife.
Any of the first 3 or 4 Mario parties are pretty expensive. The 2 banjos, like you're very lucky to have those. GoldenEye still gets pretty decent money. There's a couple of them, like I said, that are Blockbuster exclusives that are worth a lot of money.
Wave Runner 64.
Yeah, one of those is big time for real. Like that one of them's worth like absolutely nothing. Snowboard Kids or some shit.
Yeah, my brother actually really liked that game.
Paper Mario.
Paper Mario, I could see getting up there. I mean, Mario 64 is expensive as fuck. Like, you can't find that anywhere.
I have 2 copies of that.
Yeah. Do you ever play Pokemon Snap?
I still do. I play it with my son all the time.
Hell yeah. I bought it to play with Kendra, and she watched me play it. She's like, this looks fucking stupid. And I'm like, you don't get it.
You hit them with an apple and different stuff happens.
Right. Thank you.
You hit them with a pester ball, and then like sometimes they will evolve, and like it was just so cool. Like I've looked up all the shit off course now. Like 30 years later, I've looked it all up.
Me and my friends tried to figure it out on our own without looking it up.
And me and my son we're about 80% through Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, because I tried playing with her, and I'm like, but then you compare the pictures and see who got the highest score. She's like, that sounds stupid. I'm like, no, it doesn't.
There's no artist in you, woman. Like it was great. Like, because some of it I remember from when I was younger, you know, and then some of it I had to look up because I was like, dude, I know that something's supposed to happen here.
Right.
If you do this, but I don't remember how you do it.
I know. I was trying to figure out how to get Gyarados.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't remember.
To get the Charizard, you got to knock the Charmander in, and then he pops up a Charizard.
Yeah.
Trying to get it now. I'm trying to knock that Squirtle down so I can go to the hidden level at the end,
right?
Where you take a picture of Mew.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm still trying to do that,
but you have to like hit Mew with a certain apple in a certain time so you can take his picture, or else it's just a blur ball.
Right.
I remember that.
Yeah, but I'm still trying to get to that level. So me and my son will play with it for a while, then we'll get frustrated and we'll stop playing.
It's a very frustrating game because the thing is, if you miss, you still have to take the whole trolley all the way down.
Yep.
It's like, fuck.
Yeah, because some of that shit is literally only available at that second.
Yep.
Yeah. It's still a fun game, and we had tons of fun, and it was more fun with a game that I thought of taking pictures than I'd ever have.
Right.
Because I remember my friend got it. I didn't even own it as a kid. My friend had it, and he was like, man, this game's so cool. And I was like, bro, you don't fight the Pokemon, bro. You just take pictures of them? That sounds dumb as fuck. And he was like, no, I'm telling you, it's really cool, man. And I went over to his house, and yep, sure enough, I was like, man, this is fucking dope.
Right.
But, yeah. Video games, man, they've been with me forever.
Yeah.
I love them so much.
When are you going to start playing Apex with us?
Probably never.
Why?
Because I don't like collecting things. I collect enough things. Like, now I have a game where I go around and collect things, and they get domed without firing a single bullet. Like, it just sounds so exhausting, bro.
It is extremely frustrating.
And this is coming from somebody that, mind you, when I play Grand Theft Auto Online, all I do is steal a car, drive it to a warehouse, sell the car, drive it to a house, go back, steal another car, drive it to a warehouse.
Is that all you do in Grand Theft Auto?
Dude, that's the best way to make money that I can do, bro. Because, like, all these casino heists and fucking bank robberies and shit, like, doing it, like, if you've got somebody with you that knows how to work the drills and break all the fucking codes and all that. Like, it's straight, dude. But then you have to get away. And then they just call the fucking army in on you and drop a fucking helicopter. And they got these guns. They hit you twice. You're fucking dead. And then when you die, you have to restart the whole fucking thing. And you're counting on the kindness of 3 fucking strangers sometimes to put up with you saying, hey, bro, how many times are you going to die? Because we don't die when we're running. Like, why are you dying? We want this fucking $350,000 we're supposed to get, but we can't because you keep fucking dying. Because I'm a level 50, and I play on some of these games. These dudes are level 300, 500. Like, they're just OGs, bro. They own everything in the game. It's goddamn unfair, bro. They killed me with a fighter jet, bro. I'm riding around in my Lambo, and they just blow me up, bro. They just blow me up with their fucking jet.
Oh my
It's
God.
insane, bro.
That makes me think of the game Ark. Have you ever heard of it?
No, I've never heard of that.
So it's a dinosaur simulator game.
Oh, you know what? Somebody was talking about that the other day on Z Weezy stream. Dude, my boy's taking off.
Is he?
Yeah, I watched the stream last night. It was actually hilarious.
I'm proud of him.
Go Zach, bro. That's my
Yeah,
dog.
keep up the good work. Give us a shout out.
Dude, he gives me a shout out every time I go on there, bro.
Yeah.
I said, I gave you a shout out on the podcast the other day. Give me a shout out on War with Cinema. He's like, oh, I got you, bro. I got you. So he'll be like, Part of the Collector on YouTube. And he'll be like, War with Cinema on YouTube.
That's probably where we're getting our subscribers from.
Hey, man, whatever works.
But Ark is a survival dinosaur game. And this guy was trying to get me into it. And it wasn't really my thing. I didn't want to like lose my life in a game again after World of Warcraft. So I was like, nah, it's not for me.
Yeah, you went pretty hard on WoW, you said.
I did. But he was telling me, he's like, dude, it's awesome. Like, I have so much stuff. I see people trying to, like, build stuff, and I get on a pterodactyl, and I drop bombs and just fucking their shit up. He's like, you gotta come join my clan.
Yeah, it's like, get out or lay down, bitch. Like, that's how they are on this, dude. There are literally people that will, like, because you can be a CEO. That's how you have to do everything. If you want to get a business or you want to make money in Grand Theft Auto, you have to be a CEO.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to buy a fucking CEO office. Then you have to buy a CEO business. And all this takes fucking made up money that it's hard as shit to earn, dude.
Like, kind of like real life?
No. Or you can fucking buy it, which is like what kids do. And I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not spending. I already paid $60 for the game. Paid $30 for the fucking online. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not buying more shit for this game, bro.
Yeah.
And I did. I spent $10. I got a criminal starter pack. They gave me an office and $1 million. And it blew through that shit very fast, bro. People talk about winning the lottery. Let me tell you something. I've blown through made-up money faster than you can fucking think of. So real money, I would be in fucking trouble.
That's how they get you, though, is those fucking microtransactions. I'm not falling for that trap again.
Well, that was all I did was the 10. But it's cool because I got a bunch of shit. I just don't have all of it.
Yeah.
And there's some people that have all of it. And
There
they
was
flex that muscle when they can.
A few years ago, I got into like mobile gaming, and there was a couple of them I spent way too much money. Brave Frontier, that fucking Clash of Clans, I actually spent money on that.
Oof.
And South Park.
South Park?
South Park had this mobile game that I spent so much money on, it's ridiculous.
What did you do?
It was like a little fighting game. Like, you built your characters, and then they would go through this section and like fight them. And it was really addicting, and I spent so much money trying to get like the good characters.
Nice.
But I'm like, after that, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I'll go broke on these fucking mobile games.
Yeah, I've never got into the shit on my phone. I've played Pokemon Go a little bit just to help my son out. I'll trade him the Pokemon I catch. And
Oh,
shit.
really?
Yeah.
But
All I do is live through my kids now, bro.
I don't play those games anymore.
Oh, that's all I do, bro, is collect fucking action figures and play with video games and watch movies with you, bro.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty much my
Living
life
the
in a
dream.
nutshell. It's pretty much my life in a nutshell. I go to work every now and then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Make money to support your hobbies.
Pretty much. That's literally all I do, man. My wife is pissed. I want nothing more in life than just making enough money that I can still keep doing the things I love to do.
That's all life is like doing the things you love doing.
I need to do my fucking haul video, bro. I've been slacking.
You say that all the time.
I've been slacking, bro.
I know. When is the last haul video you put up?
It was literally it can't be longer than 2 weeks ago, bro. Can't be.
Can't be?
Can't be.
You want to look it up?
I do. Look it up.
Your last video was uploaded 2 weeks ago.
All right, see.
So that means
I'm gonna go home, drop that new one tonight, and then y'all people fucking watch it, and then I'm gonna go drop another one next week.
You have to be consistent.
I'm trying, bro, but like it hurts my soul that I was consistently getting between 50 to 70 views.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last two I put out, bro, it's scraping, dog. Scraping 30 on the one before, and I ain't even hit 30 on this one. Like, it's hurting my soul, bro. Like,
26, you're almost there.
26 is fucking shit, bro, and I just got the 26 view yesterday, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what the fuck. Like,
it's all about consistency.
my homeboy told me that he feels like I'm just going through the motions. Like, he tells me I need to get the kids out of there. He said the kids are kind of watering it down a little bit because they're not letting me take my time, and like they're doing their thing, and I'm trying to like corral them and keep it somewhat, you know.
Maybe. I mean, they will be good. Like,
I figured their adorableness would at least get me 50 views, bro.
They do, but
they're
you don't
killing me right now. They're killing me.
You guys are hindering my views.
For real, bro. Something is definitely up because I'm great. I know that. Like, there's nothing changing in that department. I fucking kick ass every time I do anything. But I don't know, man. It's backfiring me on the cuteness.
Yeah.
Shit. I just get 2 like puppies or something. Like, you think that would make people watch?
Definitely.
They're just
couple
2
kittens.
little puppies licking me in the face.
That's all you need. Don't even need the whole
Batman
video.
action figure you've seen. Fuck it. I'm gonna do it though. I'm gonna do it though today.
All right.
Hold me to that.
I'm gonna hold you
me
to
to
it.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me to that.
I'm gonna text you tomorrow morning. Did you do the whole video? I don't see it.
I'm gonna put it out. I'm gonna send it to you
All right.
because you're not on Snapchat. That's where I usually send it.
Yeah, I don't use Snapchat.
You should, bro. It's fun. It's fun. I can send you videos of me doing dumb shit all the time.
You can do that anyway. You don't need Snapchat for that.
Yeah, but it's a lot harder to record it on my phone and send it to you. Like,
Semantics.
when this app does it for you. You just talk about technology, bro. You're all into technology, but not my technology.
Just Snapchat. Like, why can you use?
Snappity chat. You had it, dude.
I had it years ago, but I don't use it.
When I met you, you had it.
Yeah.
And I used to send you shit on it all the time.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
It's like 2 years ago. It was right before we started doing this, actually, which is another form of social media that could be getting us out there.
Oh, I just wanted to say happy birthday to our camera because it turned 1 year old today.
Oh, happy birthday, camera.
We had it for 1 year.
Go get you a hooker, dude.
Yeah.
We've been doing this over a year now.
Over a year.
Over a year now. What was I to say? I was wondering the other day. How long have I known you? Like 4 years?
Yeah, about.
About? Yeah.
Yeah, because we started working together in 2016. You started like right after me, didn't you?
I don't think it was much longer. I think you were there a little bit longer than me, about 3 months, 2 months.
Yeah, and then you like forced your fucking friendship on me.
Yeah, bro. Aren't you so happy I did that, dude? It's the best decision you were ever forced
I'll
into.
never forget that. Like one day we're gonna be best friends. It's kind of like
you were like, yo, bro, I know you're not feeling it right now, man, but I'm gonna wear you down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like herpes, dog. I just keep coming back.
So yeah, about 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome.
Oh, I mean, you're not wrong because I can't do this without you.
Hey, man,
I can't argue.
You definitely could, bro.
Argue about movies by myself.
No, not even that, bro. You could find another asshole to sit here and talk shit with you.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be as fun.
Yeah. I like to think so. I think we have that chemistry because of that. Like, we're not the exact same. Like, we have our differences with shit, and that's what makes us so great. But next episode, right?
Yep, next episode. We'll see you then.
Said at the same time, man. That's how good we are.
I know, right?
Bye.
Later.